Ambush missions in Star Citizen can make you a lot of money by farming their gold on board. So in this video, we're going to take a look at a couple of missions to see how much we can farm. Our first ambush mission is going to be Tactical Strike. This is a headhunter mission. If you go to offers, you can find ambush missions under the Mercenary tab. You will need to level them up gradually. So as you level them up, they'll increase in ship size, meaning bigger cargo ships that you can farm. For example, you'll start off with a 20k mission, and then eventually you'll work up to the 30k, then a 40k. This is where the real cargo ship starts. For example, you'll get freelancers, cutters blacks, and rafts. In this category, the rafts can have a lot of gold, and then next you can get the 75k one, which isn't popping up at the moment for me. Maybe the headhunter version also has one. For example, here's the headhunter version, but they'll spawn constellations. Constellations usually don't have any cargo, but if you take out the ship, eventually it will respawn with a Mercury Star Runner that can have pretty decent gold. And then after that, you can find these ones, 120k, where you could get a C2 to spawn. This can have a bunch of gold on it if you get lucky. So very nice. I'm gonna see how much I can farm. The only thing is, recently missions have been nerfed. You can't just farm them over and over again, since they take about an hour to respawn after completing. So we'll see how much we can get, and I'll also share some tips along the way so that you can increase your profits. But just know that you can get two versions of ambush missions. You can get the unverified tab and the verified tab. So definitely worth leveling up them both. It will allow you to stack missions so that you can get more cargo. But for now, let's go see what we can get here. Hopefully it's a decent C2 and the supporting ship isn't a hammerhead, since sometimes a hammerhead can even spawn. But at our mission location, we've got our C2, and then the supporting ship, we got really lucky with it. Another C2. I'm first gonna kill this C2. It probably doesn't have cargo. I'm gonna scan both just to find out. Seems like the mission C2 is a little bit closer. Let's give it a scan while we wait for the other C2 to show up. So this one has 131 SEUs of gold, which is super good. Let's hope the other one also has some cargo. Here's the other one. I'm trying to scan it. All scanned. So this one doesn't have any cargo. Might as well deal with it quickly. Oh, it actually flew into an asteroid, so I don't have to. Now I can take my time with this C2. Here we go, on top of it. Should be a pretty easy fight. C2s doesn't have a lot of HP and they're pretty sluggish. Their turrets don't really fire as well. Very easy ships. Hopefully they fix the turrets eventually. Give it a little bit more of a bite. But for now, it's very easy to kill these things, especially if you have a bigger ship. Should have her pretty soon here. The only thing is, it can be invulnerable in certain spots. So the best thing to do is just shoot at the back here at the cargo ramp to kill the ship. There we go. Now we can go loot the cargo. There's definitely an element of luck doing these missions, but you do get 120k by completing them. And if you have a smaller ship, you can just do the smaller missions and also get a bunch of gold until you work your way up. You're able to rent a constellation. But for now, let's go loot the C2 to see how much we can make. It hasn't even been 10 minutes yet of gameplay. We got very lucky with that first hit here. Let's see what we can get here. Should be a lot of cargo. This seems like all of it might be gold. Let's take a look. So this is titanium. Definitely the bottom is gold. About 130 gold. Gonna throw all the boxes to the side for now. Here's our first box of gold, 32 ECUs. Very good. Here's another one. I might also take the scrap since I kind of want to fill up before we go sell. Might be way more convenient to just do a big sell than constantly farm things, since we might run into another C2 like this and we won't have the cargo space to completely fill our ship. I definitely want to take the scrap. Might as well, since we're already here. Scrap also sells for a pretty decent amount, not as much as gold, but you can definitely make good money with it. Here is our fourth box, so definitely quite a bit of gold. I'm very excited to see how much we're gonna make at the end here. There's a bunch of baby boxes here as well. I'm only gonna take the gold though. Just quickly take all of them and throw them in the cargo hold here. Now that we have removed all of the gold, let's fill up with the scrap, just so that we have extra money when selling. There we go, all the scrap is snapped at the back here. Now we can fill the main cargo hold. These missions will spawn other ships as well, like Starfarers and Aegis Reclaimers. So you won't always find a C2, you will need to look around a little bit. And since the missions take so long to respawn, you might have to jump around a little bit here and there. For example, if you do the mission at Crusader and you don't find a C2 with lots of cargo, you can always go to Hurston to have access to the mission again, since they take so long to respawn now, about an hour. So definitely jump around to see if you can find better missions here and there, just to make up for it so that you don't waste your time. But being able to get so much gold with just one mission will definitely make up for it, even if you get lower amounts. Plus, leveling ambush missions is not that difficult. It's pretty easy. You can even do it with a starter ship and then work your way up to a constellation. But I prefer my Star Lancer Max just because it has so much cargo. Here is the last box of scrap. Let's go sell at Grimhex. Managed to make it to Grimhex here. I'm gonna land and unload everything. Managed to load everything onto the cargo elevator here. Let's go sell. Here's the admin's office. This is the place where we can sell at Grimhex. So very good place. It takes basically everything. This is usually why I sell here. It's just very convenient. So Grimhex. Let's see. So max it out, 220,000. And then the gold, let's max this, 766,000. So in total, if I include the mission reward as well, I made 1,106,000. If I remove all the mission explaining, then we could have probably done this in 20 minutes, which is kind of crazy. But remember, you do need to get lucky. Sometimes it will spawn different ships. And if the supporting ship is a hammerhead, you basically can't do the mission, since it's way too difficult for a bigger ship to kill a hammerhead. If you're just starting out and you can't do these bigger missions, remember that you can also find gold on the 40k missions. So even if you have a cutlass or a smaller ship, you can still loot that gold and make quite a bit of profit. And if the missions don't spawn, remember that you should go to other planets. For example, if you're at Crusader, you can always go to Microtech, Hurston or R-Corp in order to access more missions. There's definitely a chance that you can make 1 million in 20 minutes. If you found this video helpful, consider subscribing if you haven't already. And if you want to watch more videos like this, then you can watch these two videos here. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in my next video.